Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Talk Wheels TV. I'm Mike Herzing along with my good friend and videographer Lynn David Cole.
Well, good afternoon, folks.
This week our test vehicle is one of the hottest vehicles in the industry, the new Chevy Volt. Now when I say hot, this thing is everybody's car of the year. The neat thing about it is this is a regular car. It drives like a regular car. It handles like a regular car, except it's really, really quiet. And it's a little bit space age inside, which I really like. Early adopters are really going to love it. And it's, by the way, I have to mention, it's electric. That's what it is. It's an electric car. And when you run out of your range there, which is about, 30 to 40 miles, I've been averaging about 35. A generator cuts in, charges the battery as you go. It extends the range to about 300 miles. Now, I don't know anybody that can't do that. And if you want to go farther, put some fuel in it. The vehicle, it answers all of the anxieties that electric cars have. Now, Lynn, you've had some experience with this vehicle before, haven't you?
Yes, I did get to test it at the launch in Austin a couple of months ago, and I was extremely impressed at the way the car drove and rode. It had much more power than I expected, certainly as much as any other car in its class, and I was amazed at the comfort level and the amenities inside. I also got to interview Noel Kamara, the software engineer with General Motors, and it's amazing the engineering that has been developed as a result of this project.
Yeah, that's right, and that's the neat thing about it. This vehicle is going to evolve from here. But I tell you what, it's a great starting spot. Let me show you. We're going to go on a test drive. Let me unplug it. I think it's kind of a cool thing to say, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
All right, there we go. Now let's go.
We're unplugged and ready to go.
We're inside the Volt. And one of the nice things about it is it's like a real car. As a matter of fact, it's like a really nice looking real car. We've got it going. We've got it turned on. Obviously, you hear nothing. This is nice. 250 plus miles per gallon. It tells you how far you've gone on this charge, how far you have left on the charge. The driver's instrument cluster here tells you how far you have left on your battery power. It's somewhat empowering. I took it on a trip over the weekend, which is really not what the Volt is made for. But you can do it, unlike other electric cars. I went on a 300-mile trip, 300 plus. I used less than 6 gallons of fuel. And that somewhere about 35 or 38 miles into my trip on the freeway, 75 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. It tells me, by the way, you're out of battery power and it is being recharged by the gasoline generator. I wouldn't have known it. This thing is awesome. And like I said before, I'm strangely empowered by it because it's just kind of cool. I have made 3 trips this week without ever having the, less than 25 miles round trip. I think I had about 10 miles left each time on range without ever turning on the gasoline generator. So let's put it in gear. And here we go. We're moving. No noise. And we're accelerating like any other vehicle, maybe better than some vehicles. Look at that. This is great. Of course, with a car this quiet, your stereo sounds great. It's awesome. I could easily get used to this. And just think, folks, this is the first generation. Think what they're going to do on all the other generations. It's going to be amazing. We're in for quite a ride. Folks, the interior of the Volt is clean and bordering on elegant. This is a good-looking interior with these really nice touch-sensitive controls. You just touch them just with the tip of your finger. The vehicle also has a smartphone app that will let you, from remote areas, start your vehicle. You can heat it, you can cool it, you can get it all ready for you while it's plugged in to not run down the battery. It's got a lot of neat features, typical power windows, power locks, tilt wheel, adjustable pedals, lots of storage, and it's just sexy enough to make it interesting. Folks, on the road, the Volt drives like any other car. It's smooth, except one thing you're going to notice, that it's incredibly quiet. You can hear every little bump in the road or this or that, but one thing you're not going to hear is an engine, because it doesn't have one. This has been a joy. It really has. We have just exhausted the battery power at about 38 miles. We are now on the generator, which shows we have a range of another 310, which I think it's got an 8 or 9 gallon gas tank. I didn't know it. It's still running on electricity, except now the batteries are being recharged. This is the future, folks. You might as well get used to it and enjoy it just like I am. I'm having a great time with my Chevy Volt. Thanks for joining us today. This is Mike Herzing. Let's Talk Wheels.